my top 10 do's and don'ts for working out in a public gym. We all were a newbie or beginner at one point. So if that's you, I'm gonna go ahead and help you out and let you in on a little gym etiquette of what you should do and what you should not do when it comes to public gyms. So first and foremost, we're gonna start it off with the do's. So number one, what should you do? Well, this is a given. Wipe down your equipment. Pretty much all gyms have some kind of sterilization spray, wipes, whatever it may be in the gym. Use it when you're done working out. You can use it before and after if you want to, but especially use it after when you're done. This is just going to be good for overall hygiene, cleanliness, respecting others in the gym, because you don't want to be all sweaty and nasty and use the bench or something and get your sweat all over the place and then expect somebody to come behind you and use that equipment when it's still all nasty. So if you're sweaty, especially if you're a heavy sweater, wipe down the equipment, please and thank you. Number two, wear appropriate attire. This one really gets to me because I see a lot of people not do this correctly in the gym. And I know what you're thinking. Yeah, it's the gym. You can wear whatever you want to. And yes, that's true. You can wear whatever you want to in the gym. It really don't matter. It's not going to make that big of a difference when it comes down to your overall workout. But to me, I like the rule, look good, feel good, play good. And what does that mean? So I think you should treat the gym just like you treat everything else. So for example, when you go to work, you wear a certain thing to work. You either wear a uniform or you wear some kind of nice clothes or something like that. You don't just go wearing sweatpants and a hoodie to work. You don't do that because that's not respectful to your work. That's not how you do it. Well, I think the same should apply when you go to the gym. So when you go to the gym, I think you should wear some kind of gym clothes, some kind of athletic fit, whether it's a tank top, a t-shirt, some kind of athletic t-shirt like I have on now, something like that, shorts. You can wear pants if you want to, but it really gets on my nerves. It really irks me when people wear jeans and boots with a polo to the gym. I don't know why that bothers me. That just bothers me. Because to me, that just tells me that, hey, they don't really want to be here. They already have what they're doing after the gym on their mind because they're wearing their clothes to wherever they're going after. I see people in the morning sometimes, they'll literally wear their work clothes to the gym. And hey, I'm not hating on it. If that's what you got to do to go to the gym, do it. By all means, do it. But if you can go to the gym and you want to take it serious, then take it serious. Wear some dang gym clothes in the gym. If you want to be there, actually be there physically and mentally. So respect it. Wear the right attire, and you'll get a better workout. I mean, you'll be more comfortable. First and foremost, you'll be way more comfortable. Your clothes will move with you better. So wear some kind of athletic fit. I mean, y'all know what is athletic and what's not. Some kind of moisture wicking material is going to be good for working out. Tennis shoes. Don't wear no dang boots, cowboy boots in the gym. Steel toe boots. Don't wear those. Wear some gym clothes, and you'll be more comfortable. You'll probably get a better workout in, and that's just part of it. So just like you would respect your work by wearing your work clothes to work, respect the gym, wear some gym clothes to the gym. I know it's not that big a deal. You can still get a good workout in jeans and boots. You can, I agree. But it just tells me that you don't really want to be there. You're already planning on what you're doing after the gym. So you may be going to work. So you're thinking about work while you're at the gym because you dressed. You dressed and ready to go to work. You're not dressed and ready to work out. So I know it's just a little thing, but it bothers me. So that's number two. Please do that. Wear the proper attire. Number three, use proper form, especially if you're a beginner. This is going to be big. When you're a beginner, you don't even need weights, to be honest with you. Literally just start with body weight or just a bar. Literally use light weights until you learn the proper form. And it's going to pay off in the long run. Yeah, you're probably not going to see major strength gains when you're first starting out if you're not using a lot of weight. But it's going to be so much more important for you to learn that proper technique before you start to add a bunch of weight. Because if you learn the proper technique now, when you're a newbie, when you're fresh, it'll be a whole lot easier to learn it now than to come back and learn it later. If you learn a certain technique now and it's wrong, and then you got to come back and break those bad habits and relearn it later, it's going to be a lot harder for you to do that in the future. So just go ahead and do it right now. Start now, do it the right way, learn the proper form, go to YouTube, look up bench press technique, squat technique, deadlift technique, whatever lift you're trying to do, watch some videos, learn how to do it properly, and practice it. The more you do it, the better you'll get at it. So if you don't actually practice it, you're never going to get better at it. So I suggest practice with lightweight now before you really get into lifting some heavy weights, and to be so much easier for you in the future. So do it right now, and it'll pay you back in the future, I promise. When you don't hurt your back from doing a deadlift wrong or doing a squat wrong, you'll be glad that you learned it right the first time. Number 4, and this is one that I used to be guilty of. I admit, I'm throwing up my hand. I used to do this, and now I refuse. I will not do this no more because I don't know why. If I flipped a switch one day and decided I wasn't going to do this anymore. And this is re-rack your weights. So if you don't know what I mean, re-rack your weights means if you're at a gym with free weights, when you get weights off the rack to put them on the bar or to put them, or like dumbbells, whatever weights you're using, when you get them out and use them, you put them back where you got them. Every gym, every plate in that gym has a place to go. So wherever you get it from, that's where you put it back. Or if it's not in the correct place, when you get it, put it back in the correct place. You know where they go in the gym. Re-rack your weights. And I used to be guilty of this. I used to not do it. I would leave the bar loaded, like not all the way loaded, but like I would take it all the way down to like where there was just 145 on the bar. And I would leave that on there. And I used to do this, but now it just bothers me, so I don't do this. I always re-rack my weights no matter what. I don't care how much weight's on the bar. I don't care who used it before me. I don't care if it had weight on it when I got it or what. I'm going to re-rack the weight regardless. I'm going to put it back where it goes. Just because it's just the right thing to do. You should put it back where you got it. Respect it. Everything has a place, and every place has a thing. Remember that. That goes for the gym. Just like it should go for your house, it should go for your gym too. So re-rack your weights. Number 4. And the people at your gym will love you. Everybody at the gym will love you if you re-rack your weights, especially the employees. I know they get paid to clean up after you, but hey, that's not, you shouldn't make them do it. They got other things they could be working on instead of re-racking weights. Number 5, and this is a big one too, is be mindful of noise levels. And the main thing that comes to me with this one is music. So don't play your music out loud. I think this is pretty safe to say, but I don't like when people do this. And no, I don't see this very often, but I have seen this a couple times. And I've had people right beside me playing music on their phone out loud because they don't have headphones. Everybody has headphones nowadays. Just use some dang headphones. It's not that hard. They got any kind of headphones you can use. The ones that go in your ear or the big ones that go over your head. Just use them headphones, earphones, whatever you got. Use them. And don't be playing it out loud. I don't know why people do that. We don't want to listen to your music. You don't want to listen to our music. So don't do it. Like, be respectful of other people. If you don't have headphones, then oh well, like, you just kind of tough it out for that day. You got to tough it out and not use any headphones. Sorry about it. But yeah, just be mindful of your noise levels and just respect others around you. So that's going to bring us to number 6, which is respect others' space. So if somebody's working out in a certain area, don't go get right up on top of them and do a lift right beside them. Like, give them some space. I mean, most machines and stuff are spread it out. So if you stay on the machine, you're normally pretty good. But when you're in the free weight area, try to give people space. Like, if they're doing something right there, don't get all up on them. Try to either stagger. Like, if they're up front of the mirror, then you can kind of get behind them a little bit or get way beside them. Like, don't get up on them. Respect other people's space. Try to give them plenty of space to work out safely. Because 1, it's not going to be safe for them. 2, it's not going to be safe for you. And 3, like, people just don't like that. People don't want to be crowded. They feel like you're crashing in on them. Like, that's just not cool. Respect other people's space. And hey, if it's tight, like if you're there at crunch hour and there's a lot of people there and there's literally nowhere else for you to go, what y'all take turns, like work in with somebody. Like, if somebody's right there and they're lifting and then you don't really have enough room to do it safely at the same time, wait until they're done. Like, let them go, let them finish their reps, and in between their sets, then you go. So that way y'all go back and forth. And that way it's a little bit safer and you're not doing it on top of each other. Or just say, hey, you mind if I work in right here with you? And that way it's not awkward, it's not weird, and you're not all up in their grill. So that's number 6. Number 7 is control your grunting. So this kind of goes with the noise level, but this is specific to grunting. And no, I'm not saying you shouldn't grunt. I do it myself. I admit I do it myself too, especially when I'm pushing very hard and it's a lot of weight. It's just going to happen. Like, it's bound to happen. And I don't mind. I really don't care if you grunt. But just try to keep it to a minimum. Try to control it and respect others. Don't be going crazy in there. Don't be yelling. Don't be like going wild, being super loud. I mean, if you grunt a little bit, it's not that big a deal. It really ain't. A lot of people do it. It's cool. Like, I'm not hating on it. Just try to control it a little bit. Don't get too crazy with it. Don't be too loud. It's normal. It's gonna happen. Especially if you're training hard, like, it's gonna happen. You're gonna end up grunting. Like, that's just part of it. And honestly, to me, I think grunting makes you a little bit stronger. If I'm being honest, like, you're really pushing some weight, you let it get a little grunt out, it kind of helps you a little bit. So just don't do it excessively. Don't get too crazy with it. It can be disruptive to other people, so just try to manage it the best you can. Number 8, follow the gym rules. Now, most rules have pretty much the same generic rules, but there are certain gyms that have certain rules, especially depending on the location and what type of gym it is. Yeah, just follow gym rules. It's not that hard. I mean, unless they got some like crazy, absurd rules, it's really not that hard to follow the gym rules. Familiarize yourself with the rules. I mean, probably when you signed up, they probably ran you through the rules, or they probably have them posted on the wall somewhere. And if they don't, ask somebody, hey, what are the gym rules? What should and shouldn't I be doing? And also, if there's any regulations at the gym or in that area that you're in, just know what they are. Follow the gym rules. This is pretty self-explanatory. If you have to ask yourself if this is okay, like if you have to ask, should I be doing this? Then the answer is probably no. Like if you have to ask yourself, then no, don't do it. Like it's just, if you have to ask about it, then you probably shouldn't be doing it, period. So don't do that. Just follow the gym rules. Pretty simple. Number 9, be considerate of others. So be mindful of others in the gym and be respectful of their space, their time, and their experience level. So not everybody in there is going to be a meathead. Some people are going to be beginners. Some people are going to be intermediate. Some people are going to be in a rush. Some people got to be in and out 30 minutes. They got to go back to work or they got to go pick up their kids. So just be mindful of that. Like if they're in a rush and you see them trying to do something, like kind of let them do their thing. You know, everybody's in a different situation. Everybody got different things going on. Some people may have had a bad day. They may be mad at the world, and they just want to put their headphones in and grind it out. So don't mess with them. Like if you see somebody's in the zone, like don't try to talk to them. Let them do their thing, and that's cool. Or if you see somebody that's down and looks sad, try to go try to talk to them and boost them up a little bit. Make sure they're okay. Things like that. Just be considerate of others in the gym. Be friendly. Like help people out. Talk to people. You don't have to be grumpy or rude or anything. I enjoy hanging out and talking to people in the gym all the time. I mean, most of the time I work out with my headphones in, but I love taking them out and having a conversation with somebody real quick, no matter what it's about. It could be about fitness. It could be about a certain workout. It could be about their day or whatever. I don't care. Just be considerate of others and what they're doing in the gym. Number 10, and this is mainly for the newbies, but hey, it could be for everybody too. I do this sometimes myself, and I've been working out for a long time now, and that's ask for help. If you don't know what you're doing, ask somebody for help. Like, don't be afraid to ask somebody for help. If you need help with a piece of equipment, ask a staff member. Ask somebody that looks like they know what they're doing in the gym. If you need help with a certain workout, if you need a spot, please ask for a spot. Don't just get under the bar and do something that you may not be able to do, because either you're going to hurt yourself or you're going to get stuck under the bar and you can't get out. So ask for a spot. People in the gym, they don't mind. Like they're not rude. Like most people in the gym like to help other people out, and they understand. And then they also like to do stuff for people because they need somebody to return the favor for them. So like they may need you to spot them. So that way y'all could do the favor for each other. Like, hey, you may spot them now, and then later they may come and ask you, hey, can you spot me now? I need some help. Things like that. It goes hand in hand. So don't be afraid to ask. People love to help people in the gym, especially the big swole dudes that have been working out for a while. I promise you, they would love to help you out. They're not mean. They're not rude. Yeah, they may be lifting a bunch of weight, and they may be grunting, they may be sweating, but I promise you they'll help you out. Most people, not everybody, I can't speak for everybody, but most of them are generous people. They will help you, and they would love to help like a new person out. Like that boosts their ego a little bit when you ask them how to do something, because they're like, ooh, they think I know what I'm doing. So you know what I'm saying? It kind of just boosts their ego. So yeah, don't be afraid to ask. I promise you, you'll probably get a positive response. If not, then screw that person. Go ask somebody else. And that's going to bring us to the don'ts. So these are the big ones that please don't do. Please don't. Number 1, hog equipment, especially in public gyms during crunch hour. They can get busy. There could be a lot of people in there, so don't hog the equipment, especially during peak hours. Something that you should do, speaking of don'ts, something that you should do is let people work in with you. If you see somebody that's trying to use the same piece of equipment as you, or if they ask to use that piece of equipment, or if they ask how many sets you got left, offer to let them work in with you. Say, hey, how many sets you got left? They're like, oh, I just started. It's my first set. But hey, you can hop in with me. We can do it together. And y'all go back and forth, take turns. If it's something that's reasonable. If you're at a machine, obviously it's easy to flip the weight back and forth with just one of the selectorized machines. Now, if you're doing something like bench press where you got to take the weight off and on every time, that may be a little different. You may not want to work in that way, because then you're going to be taking a lot of weight on and off. unless you're about the same strength, and then you could work out. I mean, you'll know when it's a good time to work in or not. But yeah, offer to let people work in with you, or vice versa. If you want to get on a machine, ask that person if you can work in with them, especially during crunch hour. If it's not crunch hour, then hey, go do something else. Go do a different workout and then come back to that one when they're done. It's pretty simple. So yeah, just don't hog the equipment. If you're doing supersets, try to do supersets when it's not crunch hour. If you're going to do it during crunch hour, just know that somebody else may be trying to use that piece of equipment and they may get mad or whatever, or they may ask you to use that equipment. Try not to hog it. If you can, just avoid doing supersets during crunch hour if you can. I mean, I love doing supersets, don't get me wrong. I think they're good. But if somebody's trying to use that equipment or something, just don't do it. Don't hog all the equipment. Number 2, and this one's pretty common too. And I think it's okay to a certain point, but there comes the point to where you shouldn't do this, and that's drop the weights. Drop the weights. I think you can drop the weights from certain levels, but you definitely shouldn't drop them from any higher than like your knee level. Like knees and below, I think it's okay to drop the weight, depending on what weight it is. Don't be dropping those straight up, just like metal plates on the ground. And definitely don't drop anything above that. So the main things you would drop is like if you're using a barbell when you're doing like deadlift, or if you're doing snatches or power cleans or something, a lot of times people will drop the weight either from their chest or from their waist. If it's your own weight, yeah, that's fine. But if you're doing it in a public gym, I would not do this. And then another thing people drop is dumbbells. So dumbbells, yeah, I know if you're doing like a bench press or something, it can be hard to control that weight all the way down. But just try to lower the weight down as much as you can, and then you can kind of drop it. Like if you're on a bench, the benches really ain't that high. So like if you want to drop it from like bench level or lower, then I think that's okay. Just try not to throw them though. Don't just like sling them down and let them throw them, because then you're going to hurt somebody else. Like that weight can bounce and hit somebody's leg in a heartbeat, and you're going to hurt somebody else. And then you're going to be in a bind. You're going to feel like a dummy for doing that. So just lower the weight down as much as you can and then let it go. Like don't be obsessive with it. You know if you should or shouldn't be dropping the weight. So just be respectful of the gym's equipment. Like that junk's expensive. Gym equipment is not cheap. So don't just drop it. Especially nothing from knee high or above. I don't think you should drop it. Lower it down to your knees, and then you can drop it from there. I think it's okay as long as you control it. You don't want to hurt somebody else, and you don't want to break the gym equipment, because then they may make you pay for it. I don't know how your gym works. You may end up having to pay for it. So just be respectful of the gym equipment. Number 3, and I'm guilty of this. I'm sorry, but use your phone excessively. Don't be on your phone all day in the gym. I'm bad about this myself. I catch myself doing this and I have to make myself put my phone down. I'm bad about it, because I'll get on my phone in between sets, and before I know it, 5 minutes gone by and I ain't done another set yet. I catch myself doing this. I'm bad about this. I admit. I'm trying to be better. I'm trying not to do it. Honestly, I try not to get on my phone at all in between sets, but if I do, I try to minimize it to like a minute or two, just enough for me to recover from my set, and then I'll go back into the next set. But yeah, I know we all do this. We're all on our phones. Everybody's prone to doing this, and I'm not getting mad at anybody for doing this. I do it myself, but just try to be cautious of how much time you spend on your phone in between sets, because like I said, other people are trying to use that equipment. They want to use the same machine, same dumbbell, same bench press that you're using. So just be respectful of everybody else's time and don't take too long. And by playing on your phone, it sometimes leads to you being too long. So just be cautious of how long you're on your phone in between sets. If you have to, set a timer. Like if you're trying to take like a 90-second rest in between breaks, set a timer to go off 90 seconds. And then that way you know, hey, when the timer goes off, boom, ready to do the next set. And then that way you won't play on your phone. Or leave your phone in your bag or wherever you put your bag. Like your headphones most of the time will reach. If you just put your bag on the other side of the gym, most of the time it'll reach. And so you can still listen to your music in your headphones. Just leave your phone over there if you have to. My gym has like a little shelf that you can put your bags and stuff on. I leave mine over there. If you have to, put your phone in there. That way you won't play on your phone in between sets. Number 4, take selfies in front of others or with others in the background. I'm all for taking a gym selfie. I really am. But just be mindful of others and try to not get them like in frame in your picture, because not everybody wants pictures taken of them. I know if you're in a gym, in the public gym, then like I think technically legally you can take pictures in there. Like it don't matter if you take pictures of somebody else or not, because they're in a public gym. And so technically I think you're okay on that point. But just try to be respectful of others. Don't straight up take a picture of somebody. Definitely don't do that. If you're going to take a gym selfie, just try to do it like to the side where you're not in front of anybody, or they're not like right beside you or something. Just be respectful of others, because not everybody wants their picture taken. I don't care. If you take a picture of me, I really don't care. It don't bother me. And I'm all for taking gym selfies. I really am. I take them myself, but I just try to make sure nobody's around. Nobody's like in the photo, in the frame. Now, sometimes I will get people like way in the background, but it'll be blurred out in the background, so you can't really see them. You can't make out who it is, so it don't really make a difference. Just be respectful of others when you're taking your gym selfies or your mirror selfies for your Snapchat. I know how it is. I do the same thing. Number 5. This is one that don't really bother me, but it could bother some people that are allergic or something, and that's wear strong fragrances. So like if you don't wear a bunch of like strong perfume stuff to the gym. Like you're gonna stink anyways in the gym because you're gonna be sweating because you're working out hard and stuff. So there's no point in wearing a bunch of strong colognes. And the only reason I say don't do this is because it may affect other people. Like some people can be allergic to things like that, and it could cause them problems. So just don't do it. You don't need to smell good in the gym. Everybody in the gym is sweating, and they don't probably smell very good. So it's really not that big a deal to wear cologne in the gym. Now, when you're leaving the gym, yeah, put some cologne on if you're going to leave, especially because you probably stink. Put some cologne on, but don't do it while you're working out. Especially don't spray it in there. Yeah, just be respectful of the other people around you, and because you never know what may happen if you start spraying stuff in the gym. Number 6, this is a big one, especially for all my seasoned gym goers in there, is don't judge others. Don't judge people in the gym, especially the newbies, the beginners, because that's what keeps people from coming back to the gym. When they feel bad, when they feel judged, when they feel bullied or something in the gym, then they end up not coming back, and they're not working on themselves, and they're not getting better, and they're not getting in shape. They're not doing what they need to do because of a jerk. Somebody's making fun of them in the gym. Don't judge people. And if you do, just keep it to yourself. Don't judge people. I mean, if you do, that's fine. Like, keep it to yourself. Don't say it out loud. Don't say it to your buddy, your workout partner. Don't have a nasty look on your face. Don't look at the person with a stank face. Don't be doing that. Just keep it to yourself if you have to. And that's totally cool. But yeah, try to be encouraging. Lift others up. Help other people. Give them some advice. Be nice to them. Be respectful. Ask them how their day's been. Ask them if they need a spot. Things like that. Be nice. Don't judge them. And that way, it'll be a more of a community, and people will want to come back, because the more people in the gym, in my opinion, the better. That means the more people that's working on themselves. So yeah, don't be rude to other people. Don't judge them. Just be nice. Number 7, don't bring excessive belongings or stuff. Like, don't just bring a bunch of stuff. Like, bring one gym bag and that's it. That's all you need. Don't be the guy that brings his whole workout gear to the gym and carries around with him everywhere, because it just takes up a lot of space, and the gyms don't have a lot of space. So if they're carrying it, putting it down on the floor beside them, well, then you may be in somebody else's way, and you may just have way too much going on. Like, I know some people like to bring certain things with them to the gym, like certain pieces of gear and things like that. But like, the gym should have pretty much everything you need. You don't really need to bring your own bar. You don't need to bring your own, I don't know, bands. Your gym should have some bands. Like, it's not that serious. Like, I've seen people bring their own bicep curl bar to the gym. They'll bring it in with them and take it back with them when they leave. Like, why do that? Like, just work out at home. If you got the bar, just work out at home. Don't come to the gym. Use what they got at the gym. Like, it's not that serious to me. I don't know. You can use the dang barbell if you have to do some barbell curls or something like that. Like, it's just, there's no point in bringing all your own gym gear to the gym. If you got your own gear, just work out at home. If it's that serious, if you really want to use your own stuff. I mean, yeah, there's little things like wrist wraps that I think are fine, certain shoes. But if you got to bring your own stuff to the gym, you probably should be going to a different gym or working out at home. And I'm just being honest. The next don't, and this one's going to be very specific to your gym, but don't leave your stuff unattended. And fortunately, this does not apply to my gym, but some gyms, this may apply to you. At my gym, I said earlier, we have like a little shelf that you can put all your bag and stuff up on. And I don't ever think somebody's going to like steal my stuff at my gym. I really don't. And the gym's not that big, so like you can see your bag at all times. Like, you have an eye view of it at all times. So I never really worry about people stealing stuff. I mean, yeah, it could happen, but I've never had it happen, knock on wood, since I've been there. So I don't really have to worry about it too much. But at some gyms, this may be a problem for you. So you may want to carry your bag around with you. You may want to take it from station to station with you, or your keys or whatever. But luckily for me, I can put it in a little shelf and leave it there and not have to worry about it too much. Or most gyms will have a locker room. Go to the locker room, take a lock, buy a little lock from the store. They're not that expensive. A little combination lock. Put your stuff in the locker, lock it. That way, while you're working out, you can be, that it's secure and nobody's gonna get it, and it's in the locker room. Don't just leave your stuff in the locker room unlocked or on the floor or something. Like, don't do that. It could get stolen. So just, if your at your gym, if you can leave stuff out or not. It's better to be safe than sorry. So just go to the store, get you a lock. You probably get one for $5, $10 maybe. And it'll be worth the investment. Just get you a combination lock your stuff up, and then you'll have that peace of mind. You won't have to worry about your stuff getting stolen. Number 9, don't engage in any PDA. Yeah, you may have your gym buddy in there, maybe your spouse, maybe your girlfriend, maybe your boyfriend, whoever. But we don't want to see no PDA in the gym. Save that for when you leave the gym, when you go home, when you go to your house or wherever you're going. Then you can do all the PDA you want to. Don't do it up in the gym because, 1, we don't want to see it. But 2, you're taking up space. You're probably on the equipment. You're probably not working out, and we need to use the equipment. Other people are trying to use that equipment, and you're hogging it because y'all over there snuggling up on each other, smooching on each other. Like, don't do that. And plus, the gym is not very clean. Like, that's probably not something you want to do in the gym. It's not very clean. You're going to be kissing all on each other and stuff. There's no telling what kind of germs you spread. So just don't do it for your safety and for everybody else's. We don't want to see that. You're wasting our time. You're taking up the equipment, and you're probably spreading some germs. So it's just best not to do it. Number 10, don't talk too loud on the phone. Please don't do this. We don't want to hear your conversation. Get some headphones, put your headphones in, and talk through your headphones. All headphones nowadays got Bluetooth. You can talk through them. We don't want to hear your conversation. Don't put it on speakerphone, and don't talk way too loud. Like, don't be yelling. We don't want to hear your conversation. Talk to yourself. It's not that hard. Like, just, again, a lot of these come down to just being respectful of other people in the gym. Like, that's what a lot of these are. And this is one of them, just talking too loudly on the phone. Like, it's your conversation with whoever you're on the phone with, not everybody else in the gym's conversation. So 1, you probably don't want everybody else listening to your conversation, but 2, we don't want to listen. Like, we don't care. We really don't. I don't care what kind of drama you got going on. It's not that big a deal. We really don't care. And then that's going to bring us to a bonus one. And this is one of my biggest pet peeves when it comes to the gym. And this bothers me so much when people do this in the gym. And most time, I don't even think people really realize they're doing it or what they're doing. But this one is one of my pet peeves. And this is when people work out right in front of the dumbbell rack. So most gyms have a rack of dumbbells. It's pretty long, and it'll have dumbbells from 5 pounds all the way up to 100 pounds or whatever your gym has. Well, the right thing to do is when you get a pair of dumbbells and you want to use them, you don't just grab the dumbbells and work out right there. Like, you don't move. You pick the dumbbells up and start working out. That's wrong. Do not do that. You're standing right in front of the mirror. You're standing right in front of the dumbbell rack, and you're in people's way. The proper thing to do is when you get your dumbbells, take a good 3 to 5 steps backwards, because I'm sure your gym has it set up where your dumbbells, there's plenty of space where your dumbbells are at to back up. Grab your dumbbells, take 3 to 5 steps back, then do your workout right there. Please do this. This bothers me so bad. People will work out right in front of the rack, and then nobody else can get any dumbbells in that area. And it bothers me so bad because there's so many times in my gym that I try to go get some weight off the dumbbell rack, and somebody's standing right there in front of the weights that I need, and I can't get them. So I got to sit there and wait until they get done with their session, with their lift. Then I have to ask them, hey, can I get these right here? And they're like, oh, okay. And then they'll step back. Well, to solve this problem, grab your weights, take a few steps back, then do your lift. It's that simple. It's really not that hard. This is one of my biggest pet peeves, and it bothers me so much. I'm not mad at people for doing it. I get they don't understand that other people are trying to get those weights, but just to avoid this, grab your weights, step back. It's not that hard. Don't work out right in front of the dumbbell rack or in front of the mirror because everybody else in the gym is trying to use it too. Be respectful of other people. Back up. That way other people can get them too. So yeah, that's my top 10 do's, my top 10 don'ts of working out in public gyms. So hopefully these helped you, especially if you're a newbie, if you're a beginner to the gym. Hopefully these helped you in knowing what to do and what not to do when it comes to the public gym. And hopefully you'll feel more comfortable in there and you'll get after and achieve all your fitness goals. If you like this type of video, go ahead, click this video right here. YouTube thinks you'll like it, and we'll see you in the next one.